Good evening, fans, and welcome to Comedy Sports. Between the Blueberries and the Red Velvets. Let's bring out your red team. Jared Season Saltmeyer. Steve Watson. Robin Kilolu. Tonight, Caroline Gaggett. Thought they were coming out first. Let's give it up for your blue team. Ari Magic Johnson. Austin Green. Nancy Loving and Jared. And last but not least, let's give it up for our ref tonight, Dr. Dave James. How many of you are here to see Comedy Sports for the very first time? Just a few. And how many of you never seen Comedy Sports before? Okay, you were listening. Thank you very much. You may be wondering what is going on. Who's this guy? He's dressed like a rep. He kind of looks like a therapist or maybe a chiropractor. What is happening? Well, I'm going to explain it to you. I am Dr. Dave. I am the referee for this evening. This is a Comedy Sports match. We have the Red Velvets. They're going to come up here and play games and make up scenes based on your suggestions, vying for points that are awarded by you. And that is how Comedy Sports works. Now, everything up here that you will see tonight is improvised, and everything that you see, nothing has been planned. So like my mom on Thanksgiving, absolutely nothing has been prepared. Turkey's still frozen at noon. Dinner's at midnight. I don't know. Hopefully Hopefully we'll figure that out. In any comedy sports match, there are many, many fouls. And like in most sports, I as a ref just kind of make them up as I go along. But there are two really important ones that are in every comedy sports match. I'm going to tell you about them now. The first one is the out of bounds foul. Everybody do the arm gesture and say it with me. It's the out of bounds foul. Thank you very much for your participation. The out of bounds foul is called when any player or fan, that's you, says anything that is lewd, crude, lascivious, dirty, nasty, naughty, in any way offensive to me. In the unlikely event this should happen, I will call the out of bounds foul. If it's a player that did it, they'll have to sit for the remainder of that scene or game. If they do it again, we may eject them from the show. We'll see what happens. Now, if you go out of bounds, the first one, I'll just kind of let it slide. The second one, I will feed you gluten, which I have a big bucket of in the back. You don't want to test me on that. The celiac people are like, that's not funny. That's not funny. If you do it again, we may ask you to take a self-guided tour of Kearney Street. No harm, no foul. The other foul you may see up here tonight is called the Groner foul. Let's all say that together, do the arm gesture. It's the Groner foul. See, here at Comedy Sports, we aim high. And if anybody ever goes low for a cheap laugh, a corny pun, anything like that, that causes you to groan out loud spontaneously, I will call the groaner. Now, I am really funny, as you may have noticed, and I'm kind of on fire, so I can't give you an example of a groaner, but Kevin can definitely hit the cornball.
Hello.
So let's hear it, Kevin. What do you got?
Yeah, so I know a guy from Sydney, Australia who makes his own pruning tools. He once sent me one and they are incredibly reliable. Like I am impressed every time I use them. Like just today, I lopped up a few branches from my tree in my front yard. And I was just like, oh gosh, I looked at my tool and was just like, these Sydney loppers, time after time.
Kevin? Yeah, that was actually really funny. Do you have a bad joke you can
Yeah.
let's try that. Because they're not like
I went to the store yesterday and I brought home a steak and it was really terrible. And I was like, you know, this was a big mistake.
thank you. If I hear that groan or Johanna's laugh, I will. The groaner. At the end of that senior game, the offending player will step forward into the apology box and deliver a sincere apology to you, tonight's fans. You may choose to accept that apology, in which case play resumes. But should you reject that apology, we may deduct points, valuable points from that team score. We don't want that to happen. No. Okay, so like I said, everything here is made up on suggestions that we get from you. So if it's not funny, it's kind of your fault. And let's practice now. Then when I ask for a suggestion, I'm just going to kind of like sometimes say from this part of the room, just shout out a number. 4. 3, 2, and 4. From this part of the room, I might say, how do you order your pizza? Is the correct answer. I might say from everyone in the room, someplace you've never been on vacation but might like to go. Paris is the correct answer. I might say from everyone in the room, what is your favorite thing to put on a pizza? Pineapple is the correct answer. Give yourselves a big old hand. Okay, that's kind of my introduction. I don't think I forgot anything, so we're just going to kind of move into the show portion of this. So as you may know, because these are your friends, they're improvisers, but you may not know that improvisers really need a lot of like love and support and attention and affirmation. Without it, we sort of wither. So A, we really appreciate you being here, but B, every time I call them up onto the field, they really want you to like yell and cheer and shout and clap for them. So let's try that now. Can I get my captains on the field? This is what I am talking about. Sharon, Nancy, Nancy, Sharon, shake hands. Okay, you sir, what is your name?
Paul,
Paul, just tell us something, a random fact about you.
I'm over 6 feet tall.
Paul is over 6 feet tall. We are going to have an a cappella sing-off. I would like you to sing a song for us about Paul being over 6 feet tall. Just 1 or 2 lines is enough.
What we have here is a man named Paul, smart and sweet and more than 6 feet tall. He's more than that, yes, that's not all, but we're gonna stop it here with Paul.
Wow. You want to try? Are you good?
I'm good.
Okay. What would you like to play to start tonight's match?
Hey, would love to play the game of what you got.
What you got? Cool, cool, and you accept.
We do.
You kind of have to. So Kevin, you're gonna get ready with some
Hey, we can
beats.
play what you got.
What you got is kind of like a dance battle game. The blue and the red team, each one is gonna have sort of a spokes improviser that is gonna sort of throw a what you got based on suggestions that I'm gonna get from you. They're gonna go back and forth. They need to stay on rhythm. They need to not hesitate. They need to not repeat, and they need to make sense. If they neglect to do any of those things, they will be out of there. Let's do that together. Out of there. The team with fewer rotations will win points for their team, and Kevin is going to keep track of those rotations. So I'm going to come to this section here, nice, loud, and proud, something that usually comes in pairs. We're doing this. Pineapple, pizza.
All right.
Blue is what you gotten about pineapple. Red is what you gotten about pizza. They're gonna go back and forth until I tell them to stop. You ready?
Yeah.
Yes, do it.
Rose in the ground, rose in the ground, rose in the ground. What you got?
On the flatbread, on the flatbread, on the flatbread, what you got?
Nice and sweet, nice and sweet, nice and sweet. What you got?
Mozzarella, 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 what you got?
Grill 'em up, grill 'em up, grill 'em up. What you got?
Marinara sauce, marinara sauce, marinara sauce, what you got?
Kinda hurts your tongue, kinda hurts your tongue, kinda hurts your tongue. What you got?
Round or square, round or square.
No, only round. Yeah. What are two things that are sort of opposites that you often see together? Salt and pepper. Let's see, we're gonna start with red. You are salt. Blue, you are pepper. Are you ready?
Mhm. Mix it tasty,
Makes it tasty, makes it tasty, what you got?
a little bit spicy, a little bit spicy, a little bit spicy. What you got? Shake it up,
Shake it up, shake it up, what you got?
grind it out, grind it out, grind it out. What you got? Lick it from the block, lick it from the block.
No, no, no. What are two things that often get confused for each other? You guys heard me, right? A wolf and a dog.
Oh.
All right, let's get a little bit faster on the beats, Kev. Blue, wolf, red, dog. You ready?
Yes.
Go.
Howl's at the moon, howl's at the moon, howl's at the moon. What you got?
Take it for a walk, take it for a walk, take it for a walk, what you got?
In a pack, in a pack, in a pack. What you got?
Our own little door, our own little door, our own little door, what you got?
Big and tall, big and tall, big and tall. What you got?
Get him in a bun, get him in a bun, get him in a bun, what you got?
Little Red Riding Hood, Little Red Riding Hood, Little Red Riding Hood. What you got?
Bark at night, woof, bark at night, woof, bark at night, woof, what you got?
Amazing. How about, yeah, two other things that are often confused for each other. I like that.
Sour and bitter.
Sour and bitter. Love that. Nancy, you are sour. Jared, you are bitter.
I'm sorry.
Huh? Bitter. Got it. Sour. Oh, yeah, you start.
My ex-girlfriend, my ex-girlfriend, what you got?
Makes you pucker, makes you pucker, makes you pucker. What you got?
In an old fashioned, in an old fashioned, in an old fashioned, what you got?
Lemon squeeze, lemon squeeze, lemon squeeze. What you got?
German for your welcome, German for your welcome, German for your welcome. What you got?
The police was like, I can't. I feel that, I do, I felt it too, but I was like, it's pretty good. I'm gonna let that go. Things you put on a sandwich, not peanut butter and jelly. Ham and cheese, ham and cheese. Robin ham, Jared cheese, Robin start, go.
You little piggy, you little piggy. You got.
Comes from a cow, comes from a cow, comes from a cow. What you got?
Slice it on the slicer, slice it on the slicer, slice it on the slicer. What you got?
Melty and gooey, melty and gooey, melty and gooey. What you got?
Easter dinner, Easter dinner, Easter dinner. What you got?
Save it for a picture, save it for a picture, save it for a picture. What you got?
Real funny, real funny.
I don't get it.
Real funny.
Yeah, I don't think so. Okay, let's do another one. You get the picture? What do you got?
Sweatshirt and jacket.
Sweatshirt and jacket. Chase, you are sweatshirt. Jerry, you are jacket. We start with you, Chase. Go.
Check out my hood, check out my hood, check out my hood.
What you got?
Comes with a zipper, comes with a zipper, comes with a zipper. What you got? This is my alma mater, this is my alma mater, this is my alma mater. What you got? Wrapped around a book, wrapped around a book, wrapped around a book. What you got? Rocky wore me, Rocky wore me, Rocky wore me. What you got? A one who jacks, one who jacks.
That doesn't make any sense. You know what? That is not my. Awesome job, everybody. Kevin, what do we got for score?
Wow, both teams rotated the same number of times. That means, what does that mean?
It means they both get 5 points. Captain Nancy,
Yeah.
since you conceded the sing off, I will allow you to go first in the team choice round.
Okay.
So they're gonna choose a game they're gonna play, which is
Advice panel.
advice panel. Excellent. Prepare your team. We are going to now see an advice panel from a panel of experts. We are gonna sort of get some suggestions to inform them about who they are, and then they're gonna take questions from you and answer said questions. Once they are all set, looks like, who is hosting?
I'm hosting.
Ari is hosting. Okay, so, can I please have an unusual hobby? Fencing? Fencing. Who wants fencing? Fencing? How about another unusual hobby? Maybe something crafty?
Drumming.
Drumming. Drumming, good, good. And from back here, what is your favorite food, really? What is your favorite food? Sushi? Someone got sushi? Got sushi? Okay, and from right over here, sport you never played, but you think looks like fun.
Cricket.
Cricket. Okay, can you reiterate your endowments for us, please?
Cricket. Drummer.
Sushi.
Fencing.
This is our advice panel, everybody.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome to my show. We're here to give you the best advice you ever seen in your whole life. Now, my name is Cricket McCricket. You know me, you love me, we've all been here before. Now, but I'd like you to meet my very esteemed, very important panel guests. Oh, yes, thank you. If you'll introduce yourself, give us like a fun fact or something about it.
Yeah, hey, I'm Keith and I'm the drummer for Radsmith. And that's all you need to know, man.
Wonderful, thank you.
My name's Hank, and as you might suspect, based on where I'm from, I'm real good at making sushi.
That's wonderful, Hank. You will use.
I am Yvette Lepin. I am a sword maker by trade, especially epics.
Wow, what a diverse cast of characters we have here. I'm sorry, I got lost in your accent. Really charming. We're looking for something you need advice on. What, do you have any problems, anything you're struggling with right now that our esteemed guests can help with? Yes.
I'm trying to figure out if a cat is feral or not.
Ooh, how do you know if a cat is feral or not? What do our advice panelists say?
Does he urinate in the house?
Not that I know.
Then probably not.
Now, listen here, feller. What was your name again? Steve. So glad you're here. Listen, if your cat is not feral, that means it's a house cat. And what I know about house cats is they like tuna, they like salmon, which I love too. Come find it at my restaurant. So I would suggest feeding it some of that, maybe put it with some rice, maybe like some spicy mayo, you know. And if they eat that up, that ain't no feral cat, that's your cat.
My cat Fluffy hangs out in my bass drum, so like I gotta be real careful not to rip it too hard, or Fluffy will get ripped. You know what I mean? So like, yeah, that's right, Fluffy.
All right, yeah, that was only mildly concerning at the end there. Anybody else need any advice on anything? Pressing issues of the day, issues to yourself, something that your neighbor did.
Have them turn down this goddamn bass.
How do you get your neighbor to turn down the bass?
Well, being a sword maker, I have numerous swords in my house. All I have to do is show up to the door, ring the bell with my big old friend, and stand there silently. When they close the door, that bass goes down.
Utterly terrifying. Hank?
Yes, thank you. Now, I'm guessing that all that noise ain't coming from that bass, it's coming from his amp. And if you want, what you wanna do, you wanna cancel all that noise, and nothing does that quite like a bunch of rice. So what I suggest, you go on to his little house in the bump of the night, you take your big bucket of rice, just put it right on there, you won't hear nothing.
Yeah, here's how I get my bass player to shut up. I kick Fluffy, but not in that way. I kick it, also name my bass drum Fluffy. Usually shuts the bass player right up.
That's one way to do it. Absolutely, absolutely. Anybody here have any work-based conundrums you're dealing with? New job, old job.
Got one over here.
How do I get a raise?
How do we get a raise? What do we say? Should we start from this side this time, Pete?
Dude, look, I don't know. I play drums. I don't know about raises because I really don't get paid much. So sorry.
That's one way to do it.
Yeah, so what I'm thinking is, when you think about money, you're probably thinking of like, I want this amount, like a big old lump sum. What I suggest is you approach your employer and you suggest taking your pay into little bite-sized pieces of income. And then you'll have yourself a monetary platter, and from there, I suggest maybe soy sauce.
No. They chose a game, now you get to choose a game. What game are you gonna choose?
We would absolutely adore playing the game of Countdown.
Countdown, okay, so our initial seating countdown is gonna be 90 seconds.
Yes.
Can we get a countdown on the,
Sure.
because I don't have a stopwatch on me? What kind of suggestion do you want?
We would like a suggestion of a city that you absolutely love to visit.
Albuquerque.
Albuquerque, New Mexico. A 90-second scene based on the suggestion of Albuquerque from the red team. Red team, are you ready?
Yes.
Yes, great, let's see it.
All right, we turn left.
That
We turn left, here, yeah.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, and I think, oh, it's right there.
Pretty far.
Yeah, but we can see it, right?
Yeah, cause I can see it now.
Okay. Did you go to the eye doctor before we left, like I asked you to?
Sorry, hon.
I made you the appointment and you said you were gonna go.
I didn't
Hi.
make it.
Hi.
Welcome to Albuquerque. You look like you're new here.
Yeah, thank you. We just arrived.
Well, would you like me to take you on a guided tour of the
Well,
city?
I sure would love to,
I would like to take you on a self-guided tour of the city. Get going with this.
Okay.
Who are not a self-guided tour?
That's a fair point. Fair point.
It's also gonna be my question. All right, we're good. Thank you.
No, I know all the Breaking Bad spots and everything else there is to know about Albuquerque. Like Breaking Bad trivia. Right.
Excuse me, excuse me, it's not a self-guided tour, if you're
Now,
guiding it.
Why don't I
Okay, so
take you?
work on that for next
Right, you
time.
got off to a
Okay.
bad start. Would you marry me? Please, would you?
We're going on a
That's it.
guided tour.
All right, but he can't see Jack, so.
Well, there's no one named Jack on this tour.
All right, fine, let's.
That is time for our next scene. So the whole idea of countdown is we're gonna see the same scene now played out in shorter and shorter time intervals. We're gonna see that same scene now in 45 seconds, half the time, 45 seconds. Players, you ready?
Yes. All right, we're gonna turn left.
That way.
Yeah, that way. You see, it's right up there. Oh, did you forget to go to the eye doctor like I asked you to?
Sorry.
I made you the appointment.
It's me.
Howdy.
Howdy. Welcome to Albuquerque. It
Thank
looks
you.
like you're new
You're
here.
new, but thank you. We're yeah, huh?
I'm the type of person who would love to give you a guided tour of Albuquerque.
Don't listen to this one. Listen to me. I can give you a self-guided tour that I am actually leading. If I'm
We're gonna go. All right.
Yeah, let's go here.
Okay, but okay.
I know Breaking Bad stuff.
Okay, I don't care. I want.
Why don't you
Okay,
come
we're
with
good.
me?
Your eyes are
Have a
beautiful.
lovely little tour.
You spend it Breaking
5
Bad
seconds.
life with me. Somebody marry me.
Good job, reset. 22 seconds on the clock. Same scene, 22 seconds, let's see it.
All right, turn left here. You see it up there?
20 seconds.
It's self-guided. I know Bryan Cranston personally. Your voice is like an angel singing in my mind.
5 seconds.
City of Albuquerque engagement right there.
Clear the stage, good job. 11 seconds, same scene, I want to see the whole thing, go.
All right, we're gonna turn left up
Welcome
here.
to Albuquerque.
Right up there.
Five seconds.
Right.
Three. We saw the red velvets in their countdown. We saw the blueberries and their advice panel. It is time now to judge. Do we have any whoppers in the crowd? Yes, we do. Okay, you might be wondering, how do we judge these? You see these folks with their color-coded fly swatters. Normally, so these are like $30 a pair, but tonight, 5. Wow, 5? Cool. Tonight only is $5 a pair. You can go get yourself a pair. They're yours forever. And this is how we judge things in comedy sports. So on the count of 3, if you prefer the red team, you hold up the red one. If you prefer the blue team, you hold up the blue one. If you don't have one, you can try and influence as our judges by shouting and screaming and pointing. But let's see what happens. 3, 2, 1. What do we got? We got, oh, sorry, hold them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. I gotta get to red. I first the red team that is great. Let's go 10-5 in favor of the red velvets. Thank you. And Captain Sharon, come on up here. That was awesome. And you have jumped into the lead, which gives you the opportunity to choose the next game. What would you like to play?
It has so much fun. And if you would,
I probably will.
we played pickup line.
Pickup line, that means you're all leaving the room.
Yes,
Everybody
exactly.
say bye, red team.
Bye.
We're gonna wait till they are safely out in our soundproof street, so they cannot hear what is happening in here. Because we are gonna get lines of dialogue for their scene. They don't know what these lines are. We're gonna get them right now. The blue team is gonna write them down on slips of paper. We're going to stream them across the stage. And at any point during the scene, any player can pick one up, read one, and incorporate it into the scene. So I need lines of dialogue from you. Movie quotes, book quotes, pieces of advice people have given you. Why don't we start with pieces of advice like wear clean underwear or don't talk to strangers? Some really good advice you got from a family member at some point.
Don't put that in your mouth.
Don't put that in your mouth.
Keep your receipts.
Keep your receipts. Tell me if you need me to slow down.
Always use soap.
Always use soap. And one from the back.
Don't take any wooden nickels.
Don't take any wooden nickels. Awesome.
You don't have to write them all.
So
Don't take
I'm
anyone-
a movie lover. I love watching movies and I love having sort of obscure movie quotes at my, so there's a lot of really famous movie quotes like I'll be back and Franklin Van Deer. Anyone here have a movie quote that they think is kind of obscure that you wanna pull out?
Keep it secret, keep it safe.
Keep it secret, keep it safe. Exactly. Really nice from the Lord of the Rings. Anyone else? Doesn't have to be a movie. It could be a TV show, could be a book, could be a
Life finds
cartoon.
a way.
Say it again.
Life finds a way.
Life finds a way.
Yeah.
Life finds a way. Good.
Sometimes it
Awesome.
does.
You open up a fortune cookie. What does it say?
6, 5, 7, 8, 3.
6, 5, 7, 8. I'll take it. It's words. It works. Anyone else a fortune cookie that they remember? That's maybe only one set. Nope.
Wherever you go, there you are.
Wherever you go, there you are. How many do we have?
3, 4, 5, 7.
7? Let's get a couple more.
More.
Advice, movie quotes, a pickup line that is unusual.
You've got funny hair.
Crowd. Do you have funny hair?
Yeah.
Okay, you have funny hair. Did you just say that?
Already got it.
He did. How about on the other side of the relationship equation, unusual or original breakup? Or has been said to you?
Luck be a lady tonight.
Luck be a lady tonight. Someone broke up with you with that line? I feel like there's more to that story that maybe we want to hear later. Okay, we're good. Let's give yourself a hand. We're really good. So our group team Ryan Ferry are going to shoot them around the page. Let's call the red team back in by saying, hey, red team, 1, 2, 3. Hey, red team. Let's welcome them. They need a lot of love. No. Somebody's gonna start the scene. You're gonna start with a line. That's the one right there. And players, you'll have 3 to 4 minutes for the scene. Are you ready?
Yes.
Go.
Put that in your mouth?
You always say that, and nasturtiums are edible flowers. They're delicious with cream cheese.
They are not gonna let us into the botanical gardens anymore if you keep raising.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Paul. You're right. You're right. I'll control myself better.
Thank you, Paula.
I'll control myself better. All right.
All we do is sniff the flowers. Just
Sniff.
sniff.
Okay. Oh, luck be a lady tonight.
Oh! Those smell good. They don't taste anything.
No,
Don't.
I wouldn't. No, don't eat those. Those are nasturtiums. Yeah.
Stupid me. I apologize for that.
Hello,
Oh, hello.
I'm Regina. I'm the head of the Arboretum and Botanical Gardens. How are you?
Regina, I'm Paula. This is Paul.
Hi, I'm Paul. You have funny hair. My New Year's resolution is to be more honest about things.
Yes, well, I told my hairdresser that I wanted more waves. She just gave me one.
And it's hilarious. I love it. Oh.
Little finds a way.
Shit.
Light finds.
No,
No. Hair, little hairdressers.
Find the way.
are you saying my life is little? Are you threatening me right now, Regina?
No, Paul, I'm not.
Keep your receipts. Keep your receipts. I found our tickets on this lady.
Is that? Is
It's
this
her hair, yeah.
some sort of a wavy hair scam going on?
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Did you keep the receipts? Oh,
Wherever you go, there you are.
And they are here. Botanical Garden, and I came actually to invite you to become members.
Did we?
Become lifetime members, because you're such a beautiful couple, and I think it would be charming to have you here amongst us.
We are a beautiful couple.
You are beautiful.
Gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
Stinking hot.
really?
I'll get the camera out here.
6, 5.
Okay, pick up line from them. What are we gonna see from you?
I have some changing emotional styles.
Changing emotional styles, great. Will the red team write these down for me?
Yes, we
Cool,
will.
cool, cool. We're gonna get a scene, we're gonna watch them play a scene and we're gonna fuss with it. And so from you, I need emotions. Let me hear some emotions.
Joy.
Joy. Sadness,
Frustration.
frustration,
I know.
jealousy, great, and you said
Anxiety.
anxiety.
Irritation.
Okay, irritation. I know we maybe wanna take some vitamin D tomorrow. And from back here, some more emotions.
Oh, confusion.
Confusion, anyone else?
Great.
Grief, excellent.
How about happy?
Happy. Okay, happy. How about some
Yeah.
genres, movie genre?
Sci-fi.
Sci-fi, horror, say again,
Fantasy.
fantasy,
Romance.
romance. I also heard B movie.
So fast.
Yeah.
Like love.
Was that too fast?
Yeah.
Right, so the legibility of these and the speed with which I get them are sort of inversely related. You know, if I misread these, that's part of the fun, it's improv. Okay, are we ready?
Sort of ish.
Yeah, sure.
Is it perforated?
You bet.
90%, perfect.
There you go.
That's it, that's all of them?
Yes.
I really thought there was. Oh, let's get a suggestion to get your scene started, Ari.
What's a place you wouldn't want to tap dance?
It's no question.
The beach.
Well,
The beach. Okay, based on the suggestion of the beach, they're gonna play a scene. Anytime I want, I'll blow the whistle and call out one of these emotions or styles. Everyone in the scene must then take on that emotion or style until I call out the next one. We'll have about 3 minutes for the scene. Are you ready?
Ready?
That's scary. Oh. What if the jellyfishes eat me?
Frustration.
I'm talking about the jellyfish. They're not gonna eat you.
Just, I can't get over my fear of jellyfishes. Jellyfish,
Here,
is it
I'll
a
help.
pill? If it's fish eye, I'll
Oh,
help.
Grief.
Time a human comes into my body of water, they end up leaving. They don't know I'm Jack the friendly jellyfish. But I just can't keep any friends.
B movie.
Wanna rob a bank? No, that's okay. You seem very disinterested in hanging out in general, but I thought if we robbed the bank and we centered around that activity, it might help us to bond.
You do have a lot of arms for that.
Joy.
Oh boy! Let's get ready to rob that bank.
Jealousy.
No, who's this third person? Are we robbing a bank as a group?
Are you? I'm bank. Oh,
Oh,
Yeah, we have a special today, if Jellyfishes open a new account, they
Romance.
get a free toaster.
well, it just so happens that if you and I could have a private conversation back here and you leave that bolt unattended, we might have ourselves a fun Monday.
Yeah. So,
So tell me, how long have you been telling at this bank?
I've always wanted to be a teller. It's been my dream job.
Horror.
But, well, this dream's coming to an end. Because this bank is now out of money.
Danny emotional styles, thanks to the assist from the red team. Okay, we had a change in emotional styles from the blue team. We had a pickup line from the red team. Once again, we are going to our judges on the count of 3. Hold them up. Those who don't have one, yell and scream to influence. 1, 2, 3. Hold it up. Makes our score 16-5 in favor of the red velvet. Back to you, Dr. Dave. Nancy, come on up here. Time to play 5 things. Your team gets to play. Who's going to leave the room? Everybody say bye, Nancy. And someone's going to go with her to keep her company on the street. Awesome. Now again, once again, she's going to go out onto our soundproof street, and we are going to get suggestions that she's going to have to guess. Our door is now hermetically sealed. Okay, so what we're going to do is a crazy game of pantomime and gibberish. And for that to get started, we need 5 active activities, things that you have done, such as surfing or cleaning the house, or maybe a sport or a chore or a craft or anything at all from anyone.
Banana boating.
Banana boating. Banana boating. How about another one? Sewing. Good. Sewing is wonderful. Anyone else? Please say it again. Mowing the lawn.
Fish cleaning.
Cleaning a fish. And one more.
Board games.
Okay, board games. Playing board games. We have 5 things. Awesome. So what we're going to do is take elements from each of these and substitute them with new things. So for example, when in banana boating, you are sitting on a banana boat. It's a banana boat. Okay, we're gonna remove the banana boat and we're gonna replace it with something that you could not actually sit on because it's not big enough.
Ladybug.
A ladybug. I love it. The water that she will be banana boating within is not water, it's not liquid, it's not solid, it's cotton candy. That's actually a really nice, like, in-between element. I love that. Sewing, so normally you sit at your sewing machine. We're gonna take the machine away and we're gonna replace it with a celebrity who's doing well these days that has nothing to do with Taylor Swift.
Rick Moranis.
Rick Moranis. The sewing machine is Rick Moranis.
Sewing machine
The
is Rick.
sewing machine,
Sorry, obviously.
yes, is
Yeah.
Rick Moranis.
Agreed.
And we're gonna make this one a little celebrity heavy. Who is she gonna be making a quilt for? Another celebrity that you like that's not Taylor Swift.
Winnie the Pooh.
Winnie the Pooh. A beautiful, famous person, black. There. Mowing the lawn, we're gonna remove the lawnmower and we're gonna replace it with something that cannot be pushed or pulled. Disapproval. The lawnmower is disapproval. The grass that's growing up out of the ground, we're gonna replace with an animal, any animal at all.
Wombat.
Wombat. Wombat. The grass is a wombat. Wombat. Cleaning the fish. Normally you clean the fish with a fish cleaning knife.
Yeah.
I have never cleaned a fish in my life. Okay, so we're gonna take that away, and what's something that is not sharp?
Velcro.
Velcro. That's good. And the fish itself, we're gonna throw it away and we're gonna replace it with something else that lives in the sea, but it's not a fish. What was that? A jellyfish, okay, a jellyfish,
The fish is a
awesome.
jellyfish?
Yes,
Yeah.
a jellyfish,
Yeah,
the
of
fish is
course,
a
of course.
is a
Oh, yeah, yeah.
jellyfish. Finally, board games, where the room that they're gaming in is something that is actually not big enough for a group of people to be in. A conga, a phone booth,
What's
phone
the
booth, phone booth.
What is it? Sorry, what is it?
A phone booth is a thing people used to
No,
go
no,
in.
no.
How old are you?
What are we replacing with our phone?
They're in a phone booth.
They're in a phone.
They're in a phone booth, and the group of
In-
people that she's gaming with is not from sports or politics, but some other walk of life, a group of people.
Firefighters.
Firefighters. We got it. Let's get it all the hands. So momentarily, Nancy's gonna come back in the room. The blue team is gonna try to get Nancy to guess all 5 of these things using only pantomime and gibberish and without doing the thing themselves. They have to set up the environment and get her to do it. Once she's doing it, they can join in and then start replacing things one at a time. Pantomime and gibberish only. We're gonna have 5 minutes to do all 5 things. And I would love to have a list so I could read 2. Can I have a list of? Oh, we're getting the order. I'm gonna let them choose the order. And here we go. Did you know that we do workshops? And did you know that that's how all of these people learn how to do improv? That's how I learned how to do improv. That's how everybody in this room who does improv. Yes, and we have CSC 101 for anyone at all, absolute beginner. It is very supportive and safe environment to learn this extremely fun and rewarding hobby, fun thing to do, art form, theater. I really highly recommend you go to our website, portlandcomedy.com, if you're interested in learning. And I think the next 101 will be starting in April.
Yeah.
Yes, April. Okay, we're gonna go through the order of these now because I let them pick. I'm gonna hold up a number of fingers. Everyone's gonna say that number real loud like this. Number 1, mowing the lawn. Thank you. The lawnmower is disapproval and the grass is a wombat. Number 2, playing board games in a phone booth against firefighters. Number 3, cleaning a fish. The knife is Velcro and the fish is a jellyfish. Number 4, banana boating. The banana boat is a ladybug and the water is cotton candy. And number 5, sewing with a sewing machine is Rick Moranis and making a quilt for Winnie the Pooh. Give yourself a hand and let's call Nancy. Hey! Bum, 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 bum. Nancy, you have 5 minutes for 5 things. Are you ready? Blue team, are you ready?
Yes.
Are you ready? Let's do it. There you go. I'm sorry. Go on. Yep, Okay, Nancy, what are you doing?
My lawnmower is a stern school teacher. And my lawn is a Scottish stuffed animal.
Okay. No. Blue team, fix it or move on.
No, we're moving
They're
on.
moving on. Next one, go. You got 3:35 left.
It's gonna come back. Oh, that's okay. Speak. Oh, it's a good need.
3 minutes. All right, Nancy, what are you doing?
In a board game.
Uh,
In a phone booth with Ghostbusters.
Blue team, fix it.
Yeah.
Go. 2:35 left. Okay, Nancy, who are they? Yeah. All right, we got 3 things left on 2 minutes, 26 seconds.
Oh no.
2:26 on the clock.
All right, here we
Go.
go.
Let's go.
No, wait.
Oh. Yeah.
It's Velcro. Sticker.
What do you want to do, blue team?
We can fix it.
Fix it, go. 1:30 left. Okay, what do you got?
Oh, this is a jellyfish.
Yeah. Okay, we got 2 things left and 1:18 on the clock, blue team. 1:18. You can do this for sure.
Let's go. Let's
There's 1 minute left, 1 minute.
Ask about you tonight.
49 seconds. 40 seconds. Oh. 15 seconds. Go, Nancy, what you doing? Okay. The boat is not a wombat or a porcupine. You wanna try again? You got 11
We only
seconds.
got 11 seconds. I think we gotta.
We're gonna move on. Okay, thing number 5, 11 seconds, go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Your time has expired, but you have time to guess. Let's hear it.
Socks.
Yes.
Oh, I
Ah, boo, 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 boo.
You were very close. You weren't back sewing. The machine was the famous Rick Moranis. And you were making a quote for Winnie the Pooh. So, but you did successfully clean a fish with a Velcro knife, and it was a jellyfish, and play board games in a phone booth with firefighters.
The score before halftime is 15-7 in favor of the Red Velvets.
Thank you. Which almost brings us to halftime. Things you can do during halftime is you can go to concessions and get some sugar in liquid and solid form. Restrooms are down the hall. But most of all, you can ponder, can the blue team come back from this 8-point deficit in the second half? What do you think?
Yeah.
Let's all count down from 3. 3, 2, 1.
No, yeah, exactly, so. Oh, yeah, it's the same from you, yeah. I saw it, like, I only saw that. Like, oh, yeah.
She never came my girl, but I'm on the road. Since I closed the door, the day. If I can make it sitting in the traffic, I'll be okay.
Come on, say something about that. Better 6
Yeah.
That's like.
I'm looking at the cars and thinking about the life. Everybody's trying to say maybe that's what I'm saying. You're teaching guys. I've been on this whole time. The minds. I just try to do it's slower than just when they say. She didn't throw all the windows to your like. I say, what's the second or two? I'm just trying to get to the point to you're really safe. No, it's not me.
O'Shea, no. Truly. Really took me still bad.
Only when you tell me somebody's blood. Believe it. So, cause I thought you believed it. Now, heaven bread. Tony wants me to stay all lonely. Tony promised me better, but don't. It's not the point to the same. It's not the memory. Are you crushed when it didn't fit your master plan? I like to leave you. You don't mind that? Johnny Bones, we have a go. Boy, you say something, they say the truth, memory. They won't.
How about a break before all that happens?
And are you ready for the second half?
Kevin, do we have any announcements?
No announcements, but you're looking great today.
All right, let me get all 8 players on the field. In case you don't know, the second half of any comedy sports match belongs to the ref. The ref gets to decide all the games, and I have decided, first of all, for these players to give you a instruction manual story style. Story style means players talk only when I point at them. When I'm pointing at them, they may talk and read from this manual. Anytime I'll pull my hand away, they must stop immediately, and whoever I point at next must pick up exactly where that player left off, and so on. This is an elimination game. If they fail to cut off, I will throw them out of there. If they fail to pick up, I will throw them out of there. If they fail to make sense, I will throw them out of there. And for any reason, basically, that I come up with, I'm going to throw them out of there. Last player standing wins 5 big points for their team. To get us started, because we're doing a manual, what is an item for which one does not normally need to read an instruction manual? Etch-a-sketch.
Wow, fun.
Etch-a-sketch. Do you all know what an etch-a-sketch is? Because the photos was a little bit of a thing. All right. What is the first chapter of the Etch-a-Sketch manual?
What is an Etch-a-Sketch?
What is an Etch-a-Sketch? Players, are you ready?
Yes.
So you've got a mystery on your hands about this product you just bought, don't you? Well, I got some news for you. It's an Etch-a-Sketch.
The Etch-a-Sketch was created in 1837 by a person who just couldn't draw and refused to think about anything.
They were from Ohio, and they named their company Ohio Arts.
Ohio Arts, on the other hand, was also the name of a town. And so people got confused. They had to add the words, but the name of the product.
Okay, it's the second chapter of the Etch-a-Sketch manual.
Unboxing it.
Unboxing your Etch-a-Sketch.
Be very, very careful when unboxing that Etch-a-Sketch. Those two knobs that are sticking up might catch in the box and ruin it forever.
If those two knobs are turned too far in one direction, they might simply pop off.
You don't want the screen to go blank, so you have to use those knobs correctly. One goes in the vertical direction and one moves the line in.
But we'll get to that.
Failure to pick up. Oh, team. Okay, chapter 3 was drawing with your Etch-a-Sketch.
Got a creative idea?
You should use your Etch-a-Sketch.
To draw forever.
She started Etch-a-Sketch. You didn't say Chuck. Failure to pick up. Out of there. Drawing with your Etch-a-Sketch. Let's try again, shall we?
So you want to start drawing with your Etch-a-Sketch.
Sketch. You need to gently shake it so that the screen goes blank.
And then you gotta start drawing, and
Once you know it's time to start drawing, get those fingers twirling.
And when you get those fingers twirling,
you gotta push those knobs that.
Twist and turn either direction.
one goes up and one goes side to side.
That gives you 2 directions. You can paint any picture with 2 directions.
Which is actually kind of ironic, because if you think about it, there's really 4 directions.
For advanced users, if you turn both knobs at once,
You get a Kirk.
Grab load. The directions.
Those include up, down, side to side, and also
Intergalactic
Those intergalactic moves.
are out of this.
world.
and so you have to be prohibited from doing them in public.
Because a black hole could form since it's intergalactic, and you could just erase all life on Earth. So be smart about where you're moving these little knobs around. You want to draw stuff, but you don't want to put people in danger. Right?
That's right. Safe with your Etch-a-Sketch.
Educational process.
Upon review, the call on the floor has been reversed.
Educational product that is really good for creative skills, and it also makes you just a better worker in general.
Rule that
In general, you are. Makeup call. I can say face right there. Drawing with your Etch-a-Sketch. What's our next chapter title?
How do we erase it?
How to erase your Etch-a-Sketch.
Uh-oh, you draw some garbage there, son.
You need to erase. However, you cannot just erase a little bit.
Of the drawing you made, you have to erase the whole screen.
Which entails a lot of shaking, so I
Would recommend
you start shaking.
right now.
You can go up and down, side to side, backwards and forward.
But do not go intergalactic on your shake. That would be bad.
You could, again, open up a black
Hole.
Which is no fun for anybody.
This is why you should shake with care. However, how do you think that
The boys would handle it if you broke their Etch-a-Sketch.
They would be real sad, I reckon. And so when you shake, you gotta be sure to keep their
well-being.
What is the next chapter of our Etch-a-Sketch manual? Warnings and legalese. Disclaimers.
this Etch-a-Sketch is made of plastic? It could be a carcinogen in the state of California.
You need to consult the EPA.
And you.
Last chapter of this manual, obviously the most important. What is it?
Case of leakage.
In case of leakage. In case of leakage.
Junior,
In
that's
case
a
of
sketch
leakage,
developed
you
a
need to
leak.
be prepared.
You need to keep
That's
it
why
away from
this
the black
Etch a
hole.
Sketch comes with a bucket. And the bucket is for all that leakage that we've come to know.
That might fall out of the Etch a Sketch, should.
You begin to have a leaky artistic.
I pulled my finger away. He didn't cut off. Score 20-7 in favor of red team. I'm gonna now challenge both teams to the game of switch interview. So if I could please have two stools on the stage in the middle. So we are going to be changing channels from interview to interview, podcast to podcast. We're going to have interviewers and interviewees talking to each other about subjects that I get from you. Can I get one player from each team on the field? What is something you recently listened to a podcast about? Cryptocurrency. We'll watch this until I blow the whistle and say switch, at which time we'll see a new player. Players, you ready?
Yes.
Welcome back to Personal Finance for You. Today we have Mr. Bruce here, who's going to tell us all about these weird coins. What do you have to say for yourself?
Well, they're virtual property and value, there's value assigned to these things. So,
Wait, that makes no sense whatsoever.
well, back in your day when, you know, you were.
Something else you may have recently heard an interview about?
Popcorn.
Popcorn.
Welcome back. Here we go. So, Mr. Pop, you have developed this new kernel type that really develops huge volumes. I mean, the size of an apple, one kernel pops. Tell us about it.
Please, call me Arville.
Arville.
Now, when I think of popcorn, I think of all these tiny little things that I want to eat right now. But wouldn't it make more sense to have one kernel give you one big pop of corn?
I like it. I like it. Yeah, it's like, you know, the size of an apple. It can, you know.
Get your knife, get your fork, start dining.
Oh, high end popcorn here.
Switch. Something else you recently heard an interview or podcast about?
Books.
Books.
All right, now our esteemed guest has returned to tell us all about her latest novel.
Why, thank you, Charles.
Anytime, Bernice.
You're so fortunate to have me on your show.
Yeah.
I would really love to tell you about my latest novel. Now, have you read the rest of them in the series, Charles?
Bernice, I have never read a book.
Where? Some a nonfiction book you recently read was about.
Oh, nobody reads much.
Maybe on your Kindle. Say that.
School lunch.
School lunch.
Children need better nutrition, wouldn't you agree, Kathy?
I mean, I guess I just pop the slop in there and make them eat all their food on the lunchtime.
But Kathy, you've been serving this for 28 years. Surely you have some opinion about it.
I think it's
Okay. Okay, Kathy, we had you on this show because I knew that if I got you talking about it, you would agree that kids, that it's crap, right? And Kathy, are you ready to stand up against?
yes.
Thank you.
Oh, I thought we were making a lunch again. I'm sorry. I'm not ready.
Another podcast subject.
French Revolution.
Les French Revolution.
We are here with the French Revolution of some South.
Merci beaucoup. Your pre-lunch spread had some fantastic mayonnaise.
Also, what's that?
Dijon.
Ooh, your cigarette looks better than mine. Let's smoke each other's.
Our teams in the game will switch interview. It is time to award points for this game. Once again, hold up the red Wapner if you thought the red team were entertaining. Hold up the blue if you thought the blue were entertaining on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, hold them up. Well, wow. Second place. Okay. The next game I want to see them play is the game of 2 chairs, and it's not like the 2 stools, it's totally different. If I could get 2 chairs up onto the field and a fan, would you please come up and join me for a moment? Thank you so much. Let's get right here. I would like you to please place these chairs anywhere on the field in any configuration of your choosing.
Oh, any configuration?
Any configuration of your choosing, it is absolutely open season. Very nice. Perfect. We will have a player from each team come up one at a time, and they will initiate scenes based on the position of the chairs. After their scene is over, I'll call it, and they'll move the chairs. I'll say move the chairs, and the new scene will start based on the new position of the chairs. And that is the game of 2 chairs. And we'll play it for about 3 minutes. Players, you ready?
Yes.
Go.
Got the goods. Got the bads. You were supposed to get the goods.
You said good and plenty, and so I got plenty of bads, because I thought you had the goods.
Man, I wanted good and plenties, like the little candies.
Yeah.
The goods.
Or the bads.
What did you bring?
I got the bads, those are the pink ones.
Oh,
Move those chairs.
How you doing there with the chair?
I don't know, I think I'm gonna throw, I'm trying to use it here.
Oh, be careful.
Oh, would you like some of this gum?
Yes, I would.
I think it's,
I'll just get it myself.
it's the ABC gum,
Okay, here I
already been chewed.
Move those chairs.
I'm not speaking to you. I said.
Come on, I mean, it's only been a week. Youth camp is supposed to be a fun experience for everyone, and you just need to learn that sometimes you gotta learn to play with the other kids.
Emmy's gotta learn. Emmy's gotta learn. Always Emmy's gotta learn something. Why is Emmy always the one who has to learn things?
Because, Emmy, I haven't, tell me one thing you've learned at camp this week.
I've learned that I don't want to talk to you anymore.
That hurts.
Move those chairs.
Pardon me,
yeah.
would you have any Grey Poupon?
Move those chairs.
Oh. Oh, I'm alone on the boat. How did this happen? Quick, Isaac, Captain, hey, quick, what does that look like to you? Does that look like the great white whale, or is it a chair? Jellyfish. Oh,
Move those chairs.
You have like problems with being close to people.
go.
So we have some exercises we can try.
Is one fleeing really quick?
I don't have that in my list.
You should have it.
Oh, this is an opportunity for the blue team to make up some ground. On the count of 3, hold up that Walker, the team you now more entertaining. 3, 2, 1, hold them up. Oh, this is close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. It is very close, so I'm gonna give 5 points to the red team and 4 points to the blue team. Score 25-16. And this brings us to.
Almost 2/3, almost 2/3, almost 2/3.
Good now, you got it. This is the last chance game, so I need all 8 players on the field. There's some people that we would like to thank. Before we get started, we'd like to thank Aaron running the stream. I want to thank Melissa running the screen. I want to thank Kevin for doing the sound. We want to thank Johanna and whoever else got you in here. I want to thank all the players. We all want to thank all of you for coming out today. Live theater, improvisers, this is really super fun. Without you, it's just kind of woo. So thanks for coming. This is the last chance game of Letters from Camp.
Yeah.
Letters from Camp is what I'm challenging them to. And Letters from Camp is a pun game. So does anybody have an example? I just am totally blanking on an example. Sharon, help me out. Let's say the suggestion was,
Countries.
and what would the letter from camp sound like?
Dear Mom and Dad, thank you for sending me to geography camp. I really like a lot of things about Switzerland, but my favorite is their flag. It's a big plus.
That's a groaner. This is a groaner achievement game, so I'm suspending the groaner file for this game. Anything that makes you groan, chortle, chuckle, titter, laugh, any happy noise from your orifice above the neck, and Kevin will ring a bell. That will be 1 point. He will be keeping score. This will be our last chance for them to score points, so a lot is on the line. So to get us started with, what is any topic at all? Any topic at all? Cheese. 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 Cheese camp. Letters from Cheese Camp.
Dear Anthony, thank you for sending me to Cheese Camp. It's a Buddha one.
Dear Mom, Cheese Camp, can you bring me some clothes?
Oh. Dear Dad and Daddy. Cheese camp is nice, but I've seen cheddar.
Dear Mom and Dad, thanks for sending me to Cheese Camp. I really wish you would have packed the lactate.
Dear Mom and Dad, thank you for sending me to Cheese Camp. My favorite part was the part where everybody who needed to find a boyfriend or a girlfriend, I was looking for one while we were doing macrame. You know, the craft singles.
Dear Mom and Dad, thank you for sending me to Cheese Camp. I don't recommend that you come. I think it is a not show type.
Dear Aunt Janie, I'm having the best time at Cheese Camp, but some people are feeling blue.
Cousin Kim, thanks for sending me to Cheese Camp. There's not a lot of cool people here, so I'm a little provolone-ly.
Dear Grandma, last night at campfire at Cheese Camp, they told scary stories. It was all about monsters.
Okay, Sharon, you can stay in the box, or you can both stay in the box. Can I get a new suggestion? Maybe something that you might find outdoors. Dog camp. Dog camp.
Dear moms and people. I'm really happy that we're at dog camp. It's brought us closer together. But there's so much poop.
Terrible time at dog camp. There's this one kid who won't leash me alone.
Mom and Dad, thank you for sending me to dog camp, I guess. I don't know why it was completely necessary. I mean, come on, what's the big wolf?
Dear Mom and Mom, I am having a bit of a rough time.
Dear folks, thanks for sending me to hot dog camp. You're not gonna believe it, but I was a winner.
Mom and Dad, thank you for sending me to dog camp. There's one confused, excited boy. He's looking for God.
Rabbi, yesterday during our nature walk, we went out to the woods and we learned all about the bark.
Hey.
Dear Mom and Dad, sorry I had to interrupt my last letter. There was a brief pause.
Dear Mom and Dad, thanks for sending me to dog camp. You're not gonna believe it, but there's another little boy named Newt too. In fact, I would say he's even neuter than I am.
Hey. Amazing time. That's all that. There's only one thing we have to do, is just to find out who won this match, so let's get a drum roll. Okay. Practically tallies up the score, with a score of 35 to 25. The winners are the red team. This match brought to you by Ari Magic Johnson, Garrett Seasons Chlomine, Robin Crystal Creed, Steve Watson, Prince the Fish Pizza, Robin Kumalo. The captain of your music team, Nancy Loving and Caring. The captain of your winning team, Caroline Gavin. And last but not least, your rep, Dr. Dave. Come see us again.